I'm getting brownie, I'm getting a cinnamon roll. This is just like everything I want. Hi, welcome to Tasty Twist, where we take two classic dishes and we mash them together to make something new. I'm Raquel, and I'm gonna cook.
I'm Brian, and I love to eat, so I will be eating. Raquel,
One,
I have brought
two.
the cinnamon. Oh, you brought brownie.
Ooh.
I have brought the classic cinnamon roll. It's good for breakfast. It's good
love.
for lunch. It's good for dinner.
I brought a fudgy brownie because I love ooey gooey brownies. I love chocolate.
Listen, dessert on dessert. I think this is good.
I think I have a great idea.
Okay, Raquel, I trust you. I trust you. This is your kitchen.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
I'll see you later. I have a lot of work to do. Okay, so I thought about a few ways I could do this. One, I could make a chocolate cinnamon roll. Two, I could make a brownie topped with cinnamon rolls. Or three, I could make a giant cinnamon roll and stuff it with brownies, because why not? So that's what I'm gonna do. The first step is to make some fudgy brownie batter, because what we're gonna do is just use the batter inside the cinnamon roll. I have the water simmering. I'm gonna put my bowl on top, and then we're just gonna add some butter, and then add a little oil and chocolate chips. So the double boiler method is really great because it gives you control over how you melt the chocolate. Chocolate can be delicate, and if it's too hot, it starts to burn, and you will know when it burns because you're gonna smell it. You just want to gently melt it together with the butter so it's a nice, glossy, smooth texture. Now we're gonna whisk in our cocoa powder and espresso. The secret for any great brownie or brownie batter is espresso. It really brings out the chocolate flavor. This is looking really good, and now we just take it off the heat. We're gonna add our eggs, vanilla, brown sugar, granulated sugar. And we're gonna mix this together until it's incorporated in pail. This looks great. Now it's time for the chocolate. I'm gonna drizzle it in while I mix. Add the remaining chocolate. I'm gonna give it one more good mix. Look at how thick it already looks. Now we're gonna sift in our flour, your kosher salt, sift that in as well. See how little flour there is? That means it's gonna be super, super fudgy. Now we're gonna fold in our flour and kosher salt. And we're gonna do this with a spatula so that we make sure it stays nice and silky smooth. We're gonna move on to making our cinnamon roll dough. This is gonna be a cheater dough. This is an easy, quick dough. There's no yeast in it. There's no proofing time. It has everything you need using self-rising flour. We're gonna add our flour, we'll add our sugar, and then we're gonna let it mix so it incorporates before we add the liquid. Now let's add our milk, 2 egg yolks. We're gonna give it another mix for another minute to make sure it's all incorporated. You'll see that it starts to combine and look a little glossy and stretchy and tacky. That's what we're looking for. It's not gonna be dry when we're done. This looks great. It's still very tacky. That's totally fine because you're gonna add more flour when you start to shape it. This is kind of a messy recipe, but you just have to lean into it. So add a good amount of flour. Just give it a little roll around before you start getting your hands in there. You don't wanna knead too much. You wanna keep the dough really nice and pliable. Okay, so all you really wanna do is just get it together. I like to do a little rolling motion. So you roll it over itself, and maybe give it another roll, like that. Beautiful. So simple, so soft. The dough is ready. It's nice and springy. We're gonna let it relax for about 10 minutes, and while it does, we're gonna make our filling. It's not a cinnamon roll unless it has brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter in it, right? So we're gonna do that right now. Cinnamon is a nice warm spice, and it brings out the chocolate notes really well. It's still a cinnamon roll, so I want that classic cinnamon roll filling. This is it, and we're just gonna set it to the side. It's time to roll the dough. So great. It's nice and relaxed. It's still super soft. And then with your bench scraper, make sure that you get some flour underneath because it's probably been sticking to the board a little bit. With your hands, start to make it into the shape of a rectangle. This always helps me when I'm rolling out dough as like a guide because it's in a sphere, but you want it to be in a rectangle. Roll your rolling pin and first start in the middle, just roll out. Perfect, I think we're good. This looks great, let's fill it. First, we're gonna start with our sugar cinnamon filling. I also wanted to use the butter cinnamon filling that a traditional cinnamon roll uses because I wanted that extra butter in the dough to keep it tender. You should keep a little border, like a 1/2 inch at the top and on the sides. You can go all the way to the bottom, but it helps when you're rolling it. Now we're gonna add our brownie batter. It's fun to use an ice cream scoop to dollop this on. The fudgy texture is really great for a cinnamon roll because it's not too watery and it really sticks to the dough nicely. I'm hoping we get pockets of fudgy brownies in every bite. Okay, now we're gonna cut this into slices. Now we're gonna measure out about 2.5 inches. We're gonna have 9 slices. Now you just have to cut your strips. And I prefer to cut before I put any of my toppings on because if you put the toppings on, you're not gonna get those nice, even cuts. Now we're bringing back the chocolate chips that we didn't put in the brownie batter. They're gonna go inside of our giant cinnamon roll. And I like to use chocolate chips and chopped chocolate because they have 2 different textures. Now we're ready to roll our giant cinnamon roll. What we're gonna do is take this large piece and this is gonna be our center swirl. We'll make sure all this good chocolate gets in. Great, so we have our first roll. We're gonna take it and we're gonna do our second roll on top. And it's okay if some are thicker and some are smaller because that's gonna add to the texture of the final giant cinnamon roll. You're gonna get great swirls. Now that we've done 3 strips, that's gonna be our base. And then I'm gonna start forming it into more of a square because since this is a brownie, we have a brownie pan and we want it to be a square, not a circle anymore. And now we're gonna take the rest of the strips and wrap it around. This is definitely messier than I anticipated, but I think it's gonna bake up and it's gonna be great. We are done with this giant brownie cinnamon roll. So I think I'm gonna try 45 minutes and see where we're at. We're moving on to our glaze. I'm not making a traditional glaze. I'm gonna make a chocolate frosting glaze. This is my own creation. I'm combining the 2 into a chocolate lover's delight. We're gonna use butter, cocoa powder, powdered sugar, instant espresso powder, vanilla bean paste, you can use extract, and then a little bit of milk. Now we're gonna mix. Okay, this is definitely too dry. I'm gonna add a little more milk. Maybe a little more. This is looking really good. The frosting is done. I'm gonna go get my cinnamon roll, and I think we're close to bringing Brian back. You guys, this looks incredible. It's a cinnamon roll, it's a brownie. I think I did a good job. Look at all the layers. This worked out really well. This is exactly what I was thinking. And now I just have to frost it. So I know I made a frosting, but I ended up putting it in the microwave, and now I have a pourable glaze. We are done. This is my giant cinnamon roll brownie, a Cinnabrownie. I think Brian's really gonna like it. Let's go see what he thinks.
I know
Brian, don't look, Brian. Ready?
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
Set.
Okay.
Ta-da.
Holy moly. No way.
Right?
Really want to see like the cross section of the cut now because now I feel that looks like it's gonna look really pretty.
I know, me too. Should we cut it?
Let's cut it. Oh my God. Do you have the salivating can right here? Just
Oh my gosh, look how moist it is. So good.
super gooey on the inside for sure. Gooey. It's layered. Wow. You get the cinnamon flavor, like the cinnamon roll flavor, but then you get the like nice ooey gooey chocolatey brownie just right after. I could totally see myself like a late night ordering something like this where it's like, oh, it's 2 a.m. I've thrown a few back. I want something ooey gooey chocolate.
I'm so happy you like it. Yay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think and if there are any favorite foods you have that you want to twist. Bye.